threw one last night in Dallas. Luka, Kyrie, you need to see what they did last night going up against Joel and the Sixers. Mavericks have been struggling to find a way to get wins. This one back and forth early. Fancy pass. Harden to Embiid. It's a 2-point game late in the second quarter. Then back the other way we go. It's Irving. It's Luka. This is a good game here. Both teams are ramping it up late in the first half. Mavs up 4 at the break. Third quarter belonged to Dallas. The lead is 9, and they're rolling. It's Doncic. It's Kyrie. He scored 40. Mavs by a dozen. Later in the third, the lead is 22. Doncic sizing up Joel. That's a bad matchup for Embiid. Mavericks lead by as many as 25. They go to the fourth quarter up 19, but the fourth quarter would belong to Philly. Here they come, led by Tyrese Maxey, knocking down the three. He scored 29 last night, and as he finds the friendly bounce, the friendly roll, Doncic looking on. He said, I can't believe this lead got away. It's a 4-point game. Less than a minute later, Doncic back in the game and restoring order. Look at him, working. He had 12 assists as he finds Kyrie on the baseline. 7-point lead. Minute later, Mavs up by 8. Luka knocking down the three, back to a double-digit advantage. Luka 42 points with those 12 assists. And then one more time for Kyrie. They combined for 82 last night. First ever Mavericks teammates to combine with 40-point games each, and Dallas gets the win. Kyrie, talk to me.
I just had to join the party, and just make sure my teammates were going to follow along. And Luka was ready for the party. I was ready for the party tonight. And it was one of those games where we had some special performances, and I'm just grateful that the work translated.
Well, the future's so bright, I guess he's got to wear shades. They're the third pair of teammates ever with at least 40 points and 5 assists in a non-overtime game that includes playoffs. As you see, Kyrie was involved in one of the previous instances as well. So there's that. But then there's also this out west. Huge news from Woj yesterday. When LeBron first went down on Sunday, the initial diagnosis was that he would be reevaluated in 2 weeks. Well, now here we are, and yesterday Woj reporting that now it will be 3 weeks before he is reevaluated. And so Big Perk has been up with us all morning long here at Perk. For those who are just joining us, I've been asking you now, especially with this latest update, are the Lakers done?
Greeny, I told you this on Saturday. Hell no, they're not done. No, not on Saturday. Whatever day that was, we was just in Boston, okay? My days
Wednesday.
mixed up. But here's the thing, right? Right. But here's the thing. When we talk about LeBron James, we all can agree that he is not normal. He has these superpowers. He spends $1 million on his body every single season. He's gonna be just fine. The question is that can Anthony Davis rise to the occasion and keep this team afloat or keep them in the mix of the play-in tournament while he's out? And I believe that he can. I believe that Anthony Davis, because right now this is the opportunity for him to show the world why he should be back in the same conversation with guys like Giannis and Jokic and Embiid. He has all the skills. He has the everything and more to elevate this team and be that guy that the Lakers want him to be. And he has some good pieces around him.
All right, we'll see if they're able to do it. Again, the play-in might be their salvation. We'll see if LeBron is able to make it back. Big Perk, stay close by. We have much more from the NBA as this hour continues.
Some noise and cause some problems. The only problem is they've got to get there to be a problem. And so that's where a lot of the apprehension, I think, falls. And so a lot of it is just a wait and see. How can this group play? They were able to get a win last night on a scheduled rest day for Anthony Davis. That's playing with fire, if you ask me. But ultimately, they got the win. And so it's just a wait and see the rest of the way.
Well, and you can see their upcoming schedule here. And Brian, when I say devastating, I mean that LeBron James was just saying that this is the most important stretch in his entire career. It felt like they were gaining momentum and had a chance, and then all of a sudden we get this. You covered LeBron for years. What do you make of this?
This is a gut punch to the Lakers because if you look at that schedule, it's a home-heavy schedule. Just a few days ago, Darvin Ham was setting the goal for this team to make the 6th seed. And, that would have been hard to do, but it wasn't a goal that you completely say was impossible. You had LeBron over All-Star break really showing a lot of confidence in the team following the trades. And so when you say reevaluate in 3 weeks, they're not just going to reevaluate LeBron. They're going to reevaluate where the team is and decide whether to push him back. And Malika, taking a step back, this is LeBron's 5th season with the Lakers. This is the 4th time he's going to be dealing with a significant injury at the end of the year. Last year, he shut it down. His first year with the Lakers, he's also shut it down at the end of the year. 2 years ago, he had that ankle injury that he came back from basically early just to try to play in the playoffs. And he missed like 26 of the last 30 games and then gutted his way through the first round series that they lost. This has unfortunately now become a thing for a late stage career LeBron. And so when you look going forward, you have to plan that LeBron's going to have to deal with some injuries, even as great as he was playing earlier this season.
Vince, where do you fall on this?
Well, I think they use LeBron a lot, and that's a lot of it because of AD not available, and they needed wins, or they were trying to get wins, and they were trying to figure it out earlier in the season. And you get yourself now to here. At the end of the day, he was playing heavy minutes. And yes, he was getting scheduled rest days, but at the same time, like when you're 38, you're playing 39, 40 plus minutes, and he can score with anybody. He's doing whatever he could to keep the team afloat. After a while, he needs rest and he needed help. AD comes back. You think it's important, like you said, it's important, and then things just doesn't work out. So right now, I think, yes, they can get into the play-in 9, 10, if you would, and then go from there. So everybody said, what makes sense in 3 weeks with LeBron is what matters most, because he said also is he was excited about the team that they have moving forward. So there's positivity there. So once you get you see what you have this year, next year you add the pieces you need to that team and you go forward. So you have to be smart with the LeBron James.
Yeah, just a bummer for a team that felt like they were building momentum. No D'Angelo Russell, no LeBron James. We'll see where the Lakers go from here. Let's put a pin in that for now, though, and shift from one team missing their star to another one, adding one, because 20 days after being dealt to the Phoenix Suns, Kevin Durant, he finally made his debut for Phoenix. Let's go to the highlight now, Richard, because man, oh man, could this be fun in the West.
Yeah, and again, what I'm seeing from this is that there's so many layers to this. Obviously, Chris Paul didn't have a great game, but I look for his assist numbers to be really high, especially as teams kind of key in on the best way to stop the Suns. But it's just, I think Kevin Durant's IQ is on full display. The man understands how to play basketball. He knows where to go. He knows his ability. Look, this is a cross-court pass where you have defense shifted on Devin Booker, as they should, and where they normally are. And then a cross-court pass, Kevin Durant gets an open shot. We know maybe the best mid-range shooter that we have ever seen, at least percentage-wise. It says that. He just has the ability to play basketball in a manner that you just don't know how to guard. Look at this. This man hasn't played in 20 days, and he comes out and has a double-digit first half.
Yeah, it was incredibly impressive. And Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, such a 1-2 punch. But even when Devin Booker was off of the floor, Kevin Durant still a menace. You have to imagine that it's just going to be wave after wave